FIU hosts a climate, tech, and population event.
This indeed is a public health crisis and an equity crisis.
Coverage from Washington, D.C. Body camera footage released.
We need to watch out for to make sure that we never put someone's life in jeopardy again.
Of a sheriff deputy making a dangerous mistake and hitting the waters.
We just sailed it from France, where the factory is, across the ocean.
On the 55th Miami International Boat Show. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Natalie LaRoche-Pietri.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Friday, February 16th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A journalist with ties to South Florida is honored at the nation's capital. Good work deserves recognition. The former Miami Herald executive director, who led Surfside condo collapse coverage, was awarded Best Editor of the Year last night.
Caplin News DC Bureau reporter Pamela Correa has more on the story from Washington.
The National Press Foundation hosted its 41st Annual Journalism Awards, a night where professionals in the field are honored and celebrated. Former executive director of the Miami Herald, Monica Richardson, was recognized for her work. The event brought together over 600 journalists and had multiple awardees. One of the stars of the night was former Miami Herald executive director, Monica Richardson. She was recognized with the Benjamin Bradley Best Editor of the Year award.
We, as a judging panel, looked at Monica and said she stood out from the entire group of editors for her leadership in driving important storytelling of local communities.
Reedy added that one of the moments that made Richardson stand out was how she handled the coverage of the Surfside condo collapse, which led the Miami Herald to receive a Pulitzer Award.
It was our goal to leave the community better from our coverage. We weren't in it for the award. Our duty was to find the answers for the families left to pick up the pieces of that collapsed building, to do our part in ensuring that it would never happen again.
By inspiring the new generation of journalists, Richardson exemplifies the mission of the National Press Foundation, making good journalism better. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, Pamela Correa.
Russian political opposition leader Alexei Navalny is dead this morning. He perished in prison at age 47, according to the Russian government. Navalny was in and out over the years and survived numerous poisoning attempts. For many, he represented the hope of a Russia's free of Putin's rule. He was serving a 30-and-a-half-year sentence. In December, Navalny went missing in Russia's prison system, but was located days later in a high-security remote jail near the Arctic Circles. Authorities said Navalny died after reporting that he felt sick when taking a walk. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who is in Germany drumming up support, said, quote, "It's obvious that he was killed by Putin."
Controversy in Miami-Dade this morning over a permission slip. Last Monday evening, the father of a Miami-Dade County student posted a permission slip on social media regarding attendance to a Black History Month activity. The event, which raised concerns among parents, required students listen to an African-American author's book. In the midst of controversy, the district stated these forms are required when a guest speaker is involved in education-related activities.
After 37 years of wrongful imprisonment for murder and rape, a man from Florida is receiving $14 million in compensation from the city of Tampa. Robert Dubois was only 18 when he was wrongfully convicted in 1983 for the death of Barbara Grams.
It's never too late to do the right thing, and I believe that's what us as a city, we're standing up and doing. We're doing the right thing.
On August of 2020, Dubois was freed when new evidence on the case came to light before filing a federal lawsuit against the city of Tampa.
A sheriff's office in the Florida Panhandle released body cam footage of an officer-involved shooting from November that led to the deputy's resignation. WEAR's Shade Ray has more on the story.
This body cam footage shows Deputy Jesse Hernandez walking to his patrol car. An acorn is seen falling on the roof. That's when Hernandez fell and yelled. The sheriff says deputies were responding to a disturbance call in Fort Walton Beach last November. After a call from Marquise Jackson's girlfriend, she claimed Jackson refused to return her car and sent threatening text messages. The girlfriend told officers Jackson had weapons. Body cam video shows Jackson being searched, then detained. It goes on to show Hernandez heading to his car to search Jackson again. I'm hit! He was not hit, according to the internal investigation report. Hernandez says he thought gunshots came from inside his patrol car. The video shows Hernandez shooting at the back of his car. Sergeant Beth Roberts opened fire too. Sheriff Eric Aiden couldn't comment because of possible litigation. He did release a video statement saying the sheriff's office is working to prevent this from happening again.
And we're actually going to use this particular case as training for the rest of our staff as a potential thing that we need to watch out for to make sure that we never put someone's life in jeopardy again.
The investigation reports Jackson did not fire a weapon. It states the sound Hernandez heard was likely an acorn hitting the roof of his car.
That was WEAR's Shade Ray reporting. The man in the backseat of the patrol car, Marcus Jackson, was not hurt. The resignation of Deputy Hernandez followed an internal investigation that found his use of force not objectively reasonable.
With advocating as their main priority, FIU and Washington, D.C. brought together figures in the health industry to discuss how to better population health. Caplin News reporter Sofia Bolivar from our D.C. bureau has more on the story.
A day-long event revolving around the topic of health happened right here at FIU in D.C. Those in attendance ranging from government officials to researchers, all discussing the topic of advancing climate technologies and population health for communities across the country.
We're just getting ideas.
The day kicked off at 11:30 with the Population Health Initiative group from FIU discussing what subject matters they will be researching and closing in on. It was settled that their first initiative would focus on the South Florida climate, but they will expand to more initiatives later on.
Climate health is really critical to population health, and especially in the South Florida region, we have so many issues with heat and infectious diseases and other impacts of climate change on our infrastructures, and so many issues of health disparities.
It's a long road. I think it's going to be in the neighborhood probably of a 20-year initiative, but we need to start immediately.
FIU is now collaborating with the University of Washington that began their health initiative almost 8 years ago. Now they are hoping to advance their strategies together.
So working together, we can put our resources and then we can fill a gap that we have and a gap that they have.
The president of the National Academy of Medicine, Victor Zhao, attended the event as a keynote speaker.
This indeed is a public health crisis and an equity crisis. And so what can we do about this? This is why your launching of population health is so important.
There was an interactive panel with representatives from other universities and remarks from Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, as well as other notable guests. Now it's time to see how the conversations that happened at this workshop evolve for the better of our community. Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Sofia Bolivar.
A 2-year-old girl visiting Central Florida is in the hospital this morning after nearly drowning in a pool. Caplin News reporter Brittany Rodriguez has more on the story.
Charlotte is just a ball of energy. She is a snack-eating, dog-loving, dancing. She's perfection.
Charlotte is also a fighter, and her family is trusting that their precious 2-year-old will pull through.
What the enemy set out to do on Sunday morning, God is turning it around.
Charlotte and her family were visiting from Ohio while staying at a vacation home in Central Florida. Janie Marie Broadway believes her niece fell into a pool when she found the toddler underwater on Sunday morning.
She did drown, and you know, when I pulled her out of the pool, her little body was lifeless. Our family is in distress. And so our main and sole focus is Charlotte.
On Tuesday, hundreds of people from all over the country gathered outside the hospital to hold up Charlotte and her family in prayer.
Oh my goodness, to see the love of God through these people, to just see God laying this baby on other people's hearts, it's given us hope, yes.
For Caplin News, I'm Brittany Rodriguez.
A personal tragedy occurred in Florida yesterday morning. It was reported that someone in Jacksonville didn't claim their $36 million Mega Millions lottery ticket. The winning ticket was sold in August. The winner had 180 days after the drawing to claim their prize money, but missed the deadline. The reward is now being distributed to educational funds. Any remaining funds will go towards the next Mega Millions drawing.
The Panthers travel to upstate New York and play against a team as cold as the ice in their arena.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Make great memories and a great way to relax and have fun.
It's boat show weekend here in South Florida. We'll show you what's new on the water. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Miami is setting sail on a holiday weekend tradition. President's Day weekend in South Florida means the Miami International Boat Show.
Caplin News reporter Anthony Milian is on deck with the story.
The annual Miami International Boat Show returns to the 305, and saltwater fans are packing the convention center to see boats like this one, the 51 Panacea, and many, many more. The Miami International Boat Show is a 5-day event packed with everything that the marine life has to offer. This year, vendors and fans are encouraging new people to try the event out for the first time and see what the sea life has to offer for them.
It is a great way to reconnect with your friends, your family, make great memories, and a great way to relax and have fun.
The annual event brings in up to $1 billion for the city of Miami. On top of that, an estimated 100,000 people come to the event each year, usually from around the world, truly putting the term international in the show's name.
We just sailed it from France, where the factory is, across the ocean and up the island chain to be here.
The event is stacked with entertainment, with one level strictly dedicated to boats and the other level to merchandise. The event rallies the community together, which represents the largest market for fishing and boating, and allows people to learn something new about their favorite hobby. The Miami International Boat Show runs from February 14th to the 18th, and many expect a packed crowd this weekend. With Caplin News, I'm Anthony Milian.
Inter Miami closed out their 2024 preseason with a tie yesterday. The team played an Argentine club called the Newell's Old Boys at Drive Pink Stadium. Inter Miami player Robert Taylor scored the winning goal with a corner kick, leaving Miami up by 1 in the 64th minute. The Old Boys responded by scoring a goal in the 83rd minute, tying the match. Inter Miami is now getting ready for the upcoming season.
The Florida Panthers continue their 10-road win streak in Buffalo against the Sabres. With the Panthers being arguably the best team in South Florida, they hold up to that standard with their dominant win on the ice. The Panthers' Carter Verhaeghe scored 2 of the team's goals, and their goalie Sergei Bobrovsky did not allow a single puck to hit the back of the net. The final score was Panthers 4, Sabres 0. The Panthers will return to Florida, but their next game is against the Lightning in Tampa tomorrow at 5 p.m.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Natalie LaRoche-Petrie.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.